Boss.
So, do you have someone in mind that you are emulating to become?
Oh yes. John Dumelo.
Welcome, viewers. This is Sharpmage TV, and then today I'm here with my guest.
Okay. Ndego Haruna Seba, the Federal Executive Vice President of University of Health and Allied Sciences.
Okay. So, Mr. Haruna, I want to ask you. You said you are the Federal Vice President for the University of Health and Allied Sciences. So, what inspires you to go for that position for such a big university like this as Uhas?
Okay, thank you very much. It's a sharp images, right?
Yeah.
So the inspiration that I had before going for such a position, being going for position in the SRC of any university is not a small thing. It's because of the other stresses that it adds up to your being as a student. So my motivation was from day one that I stepped foot to the school, I realized with my past exposure to leadership in schools, it actually motivated me. And I believe that going for such position will help me to also add a quota to the school administration as well as students' well-being. That is what actually motivated me.
Oh, okay. That is very good. So Honorable Haruna,
Boss.
so do you have someone in mind that you are emulating to become?
Oh yes. So I must say John Dumelo, someone who started from a movie industry. And if you follow his life story, you can see that. And then we all know he was an industry. From there, he moved to farming, agriculture, and then from there to member of parliament. In fact, 2020 he contested, and for the first time he lost an election. And yet he didn't remain there. He still pursued the dream. And God being so good, 2024, the dream of going to parliament to fight for his people came to pass. And looking at me to coming from maybe a farming community or a village where most of the work there was just farming. I also love agriculture work. And I wish one day, I also venture into farming and then go into politics as well. So this is one of these reasons that I look up to pass through the steps of John Dumelo. So I must say that whoever John Dumelo is, I salute him for that, and we continue to support him both in person and spiritually. And I believe he will do well for his constituency. And even that one even gave him another appointment as deputy agriculture minister because of his technical know-how in farming. Thank you very much.
Okay. Can you tell me about your campaign strategies? Because during the campaign time, we saw a lot of aspirants, and then we all know that those people they were vibrant in terms of student politics. So how come you and your team were able to overcome them and emerge as the winner for the election?
Thank you. With the campaign strategies, in fact, like we said, we had a lot of competitors or aspirants. And with my president, who is the person of His Excellency Michael Sefadebra, and we came out with a lot of strategies where we had to employ or get a lot of team members from all various schools in the university, as well as hostel reps and other key students, which of course we assign them to a whole lot of to preach out our vision, what we had for the students, that they will actually understand the information we were actually giving. We also devised a mechanism of using the online platform. So those students that were not able to read them in person, because now we are in a system that everything is digitalized. So if we don't meet in person, you can actually go to the WhatsApp. Or we also employ SMS tests where we got database of every student with their contacts, then we share messages to them, prompting them about our vision and why we need them to come on board and support us in order to get the power. Okay.
So, you know, before you can win such a competition, you need to come up with a robust policies. So, can you elaborate us on some of the policies that you pinned on paper that you wanted to give to the students?
Oh, okay. With some of the policies, in terms of academics, we realized we had a lot of challenges in terms of furniture. So we were of the view that when we finally get the power, we will advocate for management to provide enough furniture, which basically means table and chairs of various schools. For instance, we have the Fred N. Binka School of Public Health, which is located in Hohoi and Ho campus, where we have other courses. And then we also advocate in terms of entertainment. You realize due to academic stress or workload, students normally pass through a whole lot. So as part of our policies, we also engage, we organize several entertainment programs just to release stress. In terms of mental health, we also advocate, we have the view of organizing through the counseling unit. We have the clinical psychologist or the psychology department where we liaise with them to organize every month they can have a session with students and their doors are open 24/7 for any student who may want to seek for their services. Quite apart from that, we also have seminars that we organize for these experts to educate students of how we can cope up with situations or stresses which will not arise to any problem in the long run. So going forward, we also had realized students, especially in Fred N. Binka School of Public Health, they do not have a canteen. So as the SRC, though somebody may say this is not the work of the SRC, you know, University of Health and Life Sciences is a growing university of which we are still not there yet, as you may think of the other universities like Legon, UCC, and KNUST. We are still a growing university. So as the SRC, we try our possible best to renovate where the old structure that is, in fact the structure is not in a good shape, to build and to build a well modern one for canteen for students in
Nice.
Bika.
That is good. Okay, so can you tell us about your social life? For being a president for such a big institution, it also comes with some, I won't say restrictions, but some conditions, and then some some of them also think that, oh, right now that they've become the president, they are superior. And like, can you tell us about your social life?
Oh, okay, with my social life, for me, it's like you rightly said, some people because of the position by nature do restrict you on certain things, but you have to be able to blend it so that the position should not take control over your social life. So I've tried my possible best to still relate well with people around me, whoever, and also have fun. If there's a time for me to just laugh, I just have fun without any. But I'm always cautious with my position so that I do not do anything to tarnish the image of the position I'm holding because a lot of people are looking up to me and as this.
Okay, so I know for student politics and academics, because sometimes lectures will be going on and then you have to be on a management meeting. So how do you combine student politics with academics? Someone may also want to enter into student politics, but this person will be thinking that, oh, this will be very tough for me. How should I go about it, or how will I go about it in terms of blending the student politics with academics?
Okay, to be frank, it is not easy, but you know, going for such position, you have to actually plan. Like the saying goes, if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail. Going for such positions, you know very well that it is demanding. Sometimes you miss lectures, you miss even assignment deadlines. Sometimes you may not even be, they will give assignment of which you may not be aware. By the time you realize you have been catch up by a deadline. So in such situations, what I normally do is that I make sure you have to actually squeeze yourself, especially if you are to even stay over in order to catch up. If not, at the end of the day, we are here purposely for academics. And if you over depend on one, or if you over lay and put your energy on one side, leaving the core function of why you actually came to the school, at the end you end up losing. But you have to try it. It is not easy, but we are trying. And I know Almighty Allah is also to understand how the GPA system works. Because some scholarship scheme basically lay emphasis on GPA. If you have a GPA, you stand a good chance of winning such scholarship. It is for this reason that we have to, we deem it necessary to organize seminars relating to that. And we also bring how to get foreign scholarship or studying abroad. So we also bring experts, especially old students or alumni who are currently studying abroad or might have, or lecturers who also had their, who further their education in abroad to also come and educate us or give us that guidance counsel, so that students who are of the vision of also traveling or studying abroad will also prepare and know the kind of schools that they can actually apply, respective with their courses of study or their programs of study. And when it comes to Fred Newton Binker School of Public Health in Hohoi, and even most of the lecture halls in whole campus, we during the day like this, because we also need air condition because of the numbers in class. From mostly from 12 going, it's not easy. Class become a whole lot of hectic because of the weather. So we as SRC, we are advocating for support for people or to come to our aid to help us get air conditioning. Though we are advocating for management to assist us get air conditioners for the various lecture halls to help promote a smooth and sound learning environment for students. Yes, we also built SRC printing press because no, because like I said, it's a growing university. We still do not have most of the basic things, so students normally walk miles away to go and get their printing done. So SRC deems fit to get our own printing press, which is at the doorstep of students. So going forward, student wouldn't, it will prevent students from going walking miles away to go and print out their work. So I also provide a guidance counseling where we organize seminars. We bring out people with the expertise from various fields. For instance, we can invite the security services, for example, the police, the soldiers, that's the Ghana Armed Forces, fire service, and others, immigration, to come and educate the students, especially those that have the dream or the vision of going to the security services after school, so that we will know that some people, the notions that we have about.
So, what will you tell other young people who also have the ambition of becoming a student leader or joining the student politics?
Okay, what I will tell them is that it all starts from the day you step foot to the school. You know, we have a lot of requirements that you are supposed to meet before you can actually hold certain positions in the school. So right from day one, if you come, you have to start. One is pursue academics. You have to learn very well, associate very well with your colleagues, so that when the time that you need position, they will also support you. Imagine if you come and you don't conduct yourself well. At the end, your own personality will take you out of the competition. But if you conduct yourself where you relate well with your colleagues as well as any other person, and like I always say, respect anyone you meet and never underrate anyone, because you may not know whom to meet tomorrow. The journey is not as we may think it is straight. It comes in diverse ways and it is full of surprises. So that is what I can tell them.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Haruna, for making it to our invitation. Sharp Media is very, very, very appreciative about what you've done. And thank you,
You're
Honorable
welcome.
Haruna.